Hi, so I'm creating this video to demonstrate my project that I created for the course that I'm currently enrolled in E40M, Intro to Electrical Engineering and Making. Sorry, I'm not sure about the exact title actually, but it's a course offered at Stanford and I'm taking it for a requirement for my major, computer science. This project was consisting of two main parts. The first part was to assemble 64 LEDs 8x8, some PMOS transistors, some resistors. I have two push buttons here in Arduino. And the main purpose was to understand how to control some high number of objects. Here there are LEDs with an Arduino. The point is that the Arduino has 20 pins. So it means that at most the Arduino can control 20 independent objects. But what if we have some higher number of objects like 64? And in this project, we got familiar with the concept of serial communication, which means that you don't need to control all of them at the same time. You can, in my case, I'm controlling them one at a time, though I'm doing these cycles very fast, so the human eye perceives them to be simultaneously, while in fact I'm controlling them one at a time. That was the whole point of the first part of the project and how to implement that. The second part of the project was to do something more independent, and so I thought that would be really cool to implement a snake game on my 8x8 board of LEDs. As you're familiar with the famous snake game is made of a tiny snake in the beginning that moves around and it eats the food that is randomly located on the plane that the snake is playing, and it grows length, and usually there are some obstacles that the snake shouldn't hit, and if it hits, it loses one of its lives or it dies in different versions of the game. In my case, my snake is playing, so firstly I have to explain that these 64 LEDs, 5x8 higher rectangle is made of blue LEDs, and that's the region where my snake is playing, and the 3x8 lower rectangle is made of red LEDs, and that's the region where I show the number of lives remaining for the snake. In this case, I show this with 3 2x3 or 3x2 rectangles that will be red. That in the beginning the snake has 3 lives, and it will be shown by red rectangles, and each time that the snake hits a obstacle or a wall or its own body, it loses one of those lives, and if the snake loses all of the lives, the game would be reset to the initial state. There's also a winning state, and that happens when the snake length is equal to 40 LEDs, which is the size of the whole blue region, and that's the whole region that the snake is playing in. In that case, the game, before it being reset, it kind of celebrates your winning by showing a wave-like on and off of LEDs parallel to this diameter. Because it's really hard to win this game and demonstrate what happens when someone wins the game, I actually implemented it in a way that also in the very beginning of the game, when I connect my Arduino to the power supply, it will show the winning celebration so that you can see. So I've already uploaded the code on my Arduino. I just need to connect it to the power supply, and for the power supply currently I'm using the USB cable to my laptop. Alright, let's connect it to see what's going on. This is like the winning state that I explained, like a wave. Yay, imagine I won the last game. Alright, so the initial state, the snake is only size 1, and it's located at 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 3 cell or element. I have two push buttons. This is the right button and this is the left button. They represent the snake turning to its own right or its own left. So, and in the beginning, if I push right, it starts moving toward right, and if I push left, it starts moving toward left. Oh, and also I have to explain that my version of the game is very simple. I only have 4 invisible walls around the blue region that if the snake hits them, it will lose 1 life. E.g., if the snake exits the blue region, it cannot exit the blue region and it will lose life. Also, another obstacle is the snake's own body. So if the snake hits its own body, it will lose 1 life. I will also show these scenarios while playing the game. Okay, I'll start by moving right. There's also one cool thing that I will depict it. So I'm moving right, turning right again. Turning right again. As you can see, the snake moved to our left, which is its own right. So the challenge of this game is to be sympathizing with the snake and always moving toward the right or left of the snake, not yourself. As you can see, the food is located at this corner that I keep missing it. I have to go to the upper right corner. I finally got it. So the length of my snake is now 2. Let's go to left, for instance. Now it's 3. So as you can see, I've used different brightnesses to show different parts of the game. So the body of the snake, except the head, has the highest brightness, and the head of the snake and the food have less brightness. So in reality, if you're playing it without the camera, you can see this very clearly in the camera, but if you're playing it without the camera, you can distinguish between the body of the snake, the food, and the head of the snake. So as you can see, I'm growing in length. So imagine I by mistake select right, which means that it hits this upper wall here. As you can see, I lost 1 of my life, so one of the rectangles here turned off. I have 2 more lives left, and the game stops until you start restart the game by pushing one of these. So I pushed right and I hit the invisible wall here. So currently my snake's direction is this way, and if I push left, it will start moving this way. So I will push left so that it starts. In another scenario, I want to show you the case where the snake hits its own body. So here it is. It hit its own body. We lost another life, and it again stopped until it wants us to move this way. It was moving this way, so it wants us to move this way. So this way is our own left, but it's a snake's own right, so we have to push the right button. And let's try to eat that without losing. Hopefully I won't lose. Yes, I eat the food in that corner without hitting any walls. And I want to end this game by hitting the wall and losing all of my life. Yeah, I lost, and it reset to the initial state again, where snake is at 3, and we have 3 lives. Thank you for watching this.